Ace Magashule's lawyer, advocate Laurance Hodes, argues that the Bloemfontein High Court's jurisdiction in the case against Magashule's former PA, Moroadi Cholota, directly affects his client. He claims the extradition process only began after the National Prosecuting Authority and the Hawks failed to get Cholota to testify against Magashule. Hodes says a ruling in favor of jurisdiction would compromise Magashule's right to a fair trial. Junior Khumalo following this one live then from Bloemfontein. As we keep saying then, Junior, we haven't actually gotten to the actual case itself, but really in these pre-trial proceedings, we're talking still about the extradition of Moroadi Cholota then, and saying that, in fact, if the court rules in favor of this jurisdiction, that it was indeed legal and permitted, it could actually impact Ace Magashule's trial.
Indeed, Arabile. Basically, what Magashule's lawyer was arguing is that the state relies solely on Cholota when it comes to his client, because he was saying that they were trying to convince Cholota in the U.S. There were two Hawks officials that went to interview Cholota in the U.S. in September 2021, and in that interview, they were basically trying to get Cholota to incriminate Magashule. This was confirmed yesterday by the first witness, Benjamin Khalid, who was asked by Hodes after he was granted that permission to cross-examine him. He was asked whether he wanted Cholota to say that it was Magashule who had instructed her to send emails to the business people that had been awarded with the Free State Asbestos tender and get bursaries from those business people. Benjamin Khalid basically confirmed that yes, they wanted the answer to be Magashule. So basically it was damning for the state and how it carried itself when they were trying to bring Cholota back into the country. So this is what Hodes was using to say that the entire extradition process was basically a punishment to Cholota for not incriminating Magashule. So if the state does find then that it has the jurisdiction to hear the case against her, it will be an unfair trial to Mr. Magashule himself. So basically meaning that they want the state not to find that it has jurisdiction over that case. So basically Cholota should be returned to America. She should be allowed to continue with the studies, meaning that the case against Magashule will not have the weight that the state thought it had. But in the opening statement that was given by one of the advocates when this trial set for the first time on the 15th of April, the state said that it does have a case against Magashule. It is not basing it only on Cholota. They are basically arguing that from the 230 million that was awarded in terms of this asbestos tender, about 10 million rand of that went to Mr. Ace Magashule. It's unclear whether the state does have any bank statements to prove that there was a flow of this money from the companies belonging to Edwin Sodi and his business partner Ignatius Mpambani into Mr. Magashule's accounts. But despite this bruising in the courtroom yesterday, the state itself did manage to get a preservation order that was granted to the asset forfeiture unit to the tune of about 32 million rand to be confiscated, to be seized from some of the individuals that benefited from this asbestos trial. Those individuals include Sodi's former business partner Ignatius Mpambane. Those companies owned by Mpambani's wife now basically have to give back some of the properties that were bought by using that money. There are about 6 properties as well as a Mercedes-Benz to the tune of about 2 million rand, Arabi.